guys, I know I have not been around in a while, but I promise you I will be coming back more frequently. A lot's been going on, so I haven't really been able to film as much as I would like to, but I am back for a little bit, and well, hopefully more than a little bit, but you know what I mean. Anyway, let's get started. So today I am going to be filming a video that's kind of different from anything that I've personally done before, but it's going to be with the Perfect Face Shimmer Pigments. And so the other day I was putting them on as a inner corner highlight, and I was like, wow, I feel like there's so much I do with this that I haven't even really talked about in a video. And so I thought I would sit down with all of my colors, except I don't think I actually don't have gunmetal in front of me. I think it's upstairs. Anyway, I have the 5 of them in front of me to do a just kind of what can you do with the shimmer pigments, because there's so many things that you can do with them that I feel like I haven't really talked about in a video. So I'm gonna go ahead and shut up and just go ahead and get started. First off, I have the what's it called, bronzed gold shade in my lid, and then I have the Queen as my brow highlight. And so those are probably the 2 most regular places that people tend to use these shimmer pigments. And I mean, I don't blame them, just because that's where a lot of people normally just wear shimmer pigment, so it makes sense. But I also love to put the shimmer pigment as an inner corner highlight, which I've definitely been getting more and more into. At first, I thought it was kind of distracting when I was looking at people's pictures, and I'm like, but they just have so much right there, and then that's all I'm looking at. But the more I've kind of played around with it, I found like a nice even, like, okay, I feel like I can wear this every day no matter where I'm at. There's just different levels of wearing it. So I usually just take a little brush like this, and then I'll take Moon Gold, which is like blinding. It looks white, but it's like a really pretty shimmery iridescent white, I guess. And so I'll take the same type of brush for my brow. And for the brow, it's best not to do it like over the whole, I guess under the whole brow. It's just right there at the arch. So that's enough where it's gonna give you a highlight there, but it's not gonna be blinding where people are like, oh my gosh, like what's wrong with her face? So for this one, I'm taking the Moon Gold, and I'm literally just putting it right there in the inner corner. And for the longest time, I didn't realize, like, I would see the highlight there, but I didn't realize where they were putting it. I thought they were putting it more under their eye. And then every time I would do it, I'm like, that looks so weird. Like, why can't I look normal? And so I found out that it's best to put it like in the actual duct right there. So when you're turning, it just kind of opens up your eye. Compared to this eye, it's like, okay, fine. And then there, it just kind of adds an extra pop where it's like brightening up that area so much more, especially for pictures. And if you do it just very subtly, it helps a lot, but it's not so much where it's distracting. And this Moon Gold is so pretty because I feel like it works for like light to medium skin tones in this area, because if you're paler, it's white, so it does, it's not too much of a contrast where if you're doing like a peach or gold tone, but it does have the gold reflex in it, to where when you're more olive skin and a little bit more medium, it still looks really pretty there. And you can just tell automatically, like, my eyes area is brighter, but it doesn't look like, oh my gosh, like she's glitter right there at her eye, because that's really distracting. So for actual face highlight, I don't have anything on today. I'll take a brush like this. It actually has some from yesterday still on it. And sometimes I'll go in with the peach Queen, and then I'll just tap a little off, and then there. That's like blinding. And And it just kind of depends on what you want. I feel like you could mix the peach, I don't know why I call it peach, it's called Queen, in with the moon gold, and it would still be really beautiful. Yeah, you can't even really tell that it's peach. I'm looking in my mirror too, and it just looks more like a skin tone highlight. It doesn't look as peach as it does in the actual container. Like, it just, I don't know. It's a pretty, very flattering shade, especially for ladies that are more medium rather than light skin. But I guess if you're really, really dark, you could always do the bronze gold. That would be really pretty as a highlight too, especially if you mixed it in with some Queen to lighten it up just a tad so it's not as brown. But those are both really beautiful highlights for your face. And I've been getting a little highlighter happy lately, which it's so weird because I was never really like that crazy about highlight. I was just like, I feel like it's a little distracting. I don't know. I mean, it's like okay to put on, but I would end up getting more distracted when I would look at my highlight and be like, it just looks greasy and shiny. And I definitely feel like some brands of highlight end up looking just more cakey, and they like exaggerate like if you have kind of bumpy skin or uneven skin, and I feel like it kind of calls more attention to your pores than need be. But with these shimmer pigments, they're so finely milled that it's just like a beautiful little sheen. Anywho, I'm rambling. So anyway, I'll go back in with the Queen color, and I'll actually just ever so lightly dust, and I put a little too much right there, dust it all over. Actually, scratch that, don't listen to me, not all over, but just kind of like randomly place it on my forehead, because then like it, especially when I use a lot of matte foundations, I'm so sorry, I feel like I'm like getting distracted in the mirror by looking at my highlight, and I'm like, what did I just say? Anyway, so a lot of times I wear matte foundations 99% of the time, so I like to go back in and add a highlight rather than having a really dewy foundation and then just getting really greasy. So if you just put it a little bit right there, right above your eyebrows, I feel like it adds a nice natural sheen, but it's not like, you don't put as much as you do right there. Like you can't really see it as much, but it kind of gives a glow to your skin where you look a little more lively. I've also been putting and a little goes a long way, like that's all I have on my brush. I tapped the rest of it in there, and then you add a little on your chin too, and so you just look really glowy. Now with the nose, this is where I feel like people get a little highlighter happy, and I don't really like to go in with more product for the nose. I will just take whatever's left and go down the bridge of the nose like that, and then go right there. So it's, I should have taken a before and after picture, because you want to add a little sheen and life to your face, but you also don't want to make your face look like a disco ball. At least I don't. Some people do, and that's completely fine. But I feel like in everyday today life, going to work or running errands or going out to dinner, having a glowing face like a disco ball is just gonna cause more bad attention. I feel, for me, I'd rather have people be like, wow, that's such like a natural pretty highlight, rather than, oh my gosh, her face is glowing, like what's on her nose is shiny, it looks greasy in pictures. So this is just my personal preference. You do whatever you want, and if you guys have any tips for me on where you put your highlight or where you like putting more glow and more matte, let me know in the comments, because I always just want to know more technique and new routines, because I like to switch things up. I don't like to keep things the same for everyday makeup routine. Every day I kind of do something different. I'll mix different foundations together, and I always try to go for a different technique or just new products. So let me know if you have any recommendations for me below, please, and thank you. Anywho, I'm sorry, I really got off on another tangent, but I'm going to be getting back to highlight. So I will either take the Queen or Moon Gold, and right now I'm going to take Moon Gold because I'm kind of pale, and I just tap a little bit, and I love doing it right here on my shoulders, or not my shoulders, what's this called again? Why can't I think of the name? I don't remember. I can't think of it right now. I'm just looking at my highlight. I'm like, it's pretty. Even for like a night out, I love putting a little shimmer pigment right there, and it's just so pretty. And then I end up just kind of putting it all over, where I walk out and I just look like, hi, I'm bronzed and I'm shimmery and it's fine. And then another great tip for these is putting it in with your lotion. So for your legs, if you want to have like that really pretty Victoria's Secret model beautiful sheen on your legs, but you don't want to look greasy, especially some products, like I love coconut oil, but if I'm putting coconut oil on and then I'm wearing a dress or something or a skirt, sometimes the coconut oil can rub off on things. So I like to put a regular lotion on my legs and then just add a little bit of the shimmer pigment in with it, and then it has that sheen like a coconut oil or some type of body oil would, but it's not going to be greasy or sticky. It dries down, and so it just adds a really pretty body glow. I just went on a little tangent, sorry. Next I will take, right now I'm wearing Cameo and Plush lipstick from the Perfect Face, and I'm taking Embrace lip gloss. And you can either put a lip gloss on first, or you can mix it in and create a little concoction. Sometimes if my lipstick or lip gloss combo is not really matching the rest of my face, which right now this is a little bit pinker than what I would want this to be to match my eyes. So I just go in with my brush, which I don't really know if this is good for the rest of the shimmer pigment, but it hasn't ruined it yet, so fingers crossed. And I just add it in there. And you can't really see it on camera, but it completely lightened up and added a peachier tone to my lips. And then if I want to go in with Moon Gold and just put that in the center, go in with a little more. And it'll make your lips look bigger if you put lighter colors in the center too, so just another little tip. So, woo! So as you can see, that totally transformed how my lips look. Not only did I add the gloss on, but I feel like it makes my lips look so much bigger because of all of the shine and shimmer and the colors that I added into it, and it just kind of makes it a little bit more glam. You don't have to do that, but I love doing it, especially because it kind of gives it a custom shimmery hollow tone to it, and that's so in right now with all of these different hollow products or iridescent products. Adding a little bit of Moon Gold, and then of course, because I wanted the peachy tone to it, adding a little Queen automatically transformed my lip color and just the way my lips looked so 't So that's one of my favorite tricks. Probably my favorite trick to use this for. I mean, you can only use certain colors, I guess, unless you're just really wanting to go for a really dark, deep purple lip, and you can use Plum Wine for that. But I really, really love adding in one of these in with my lipsticks because it just adds, or a lip gloss. And I mean, tangent again, sorry, but you could always take your lipstick and then put on your lipstick, really pretty, and then, let's see, we're gonna take Icon, and you can just dab it on your lipstick too. You don't have to mix it in with the gloss. And then you can just put it over that lipstick and make it shimmery, because this isn't a matte, it's more of a sheen sheer like satin color. It doesn't have it on the bottom, but the consistency is definitely not matte. It's more of a sheen satin, but it doesn't have shimmer to it. It's more of a matte color, just not matte consistency. And so as soon as you add a little bit of this really beautiful purple, like golden icon color, you automatically have your own lipstick that's custom. So I love doing it over lipstick too, but when you add it with the gloss, it makes your lips look plumper. So that's my favorite. I really, really recommend trying these out. I feel like you can do the absolute most with Moon Gold Second Peach, unless you're someone that wears really bronzy eye looks all the time, or likes more brown lips, or even if you're just a darker shade, then I really love Bronze Gold as well. But I think Moon Gold and the Queen are the most usable for eyes, face, lips. You can rub it on your body. My last thing, which I have to go paint my nails and then I'm gonna come back and finish this video, but my favorite thing that not my favorite, but I already told you my favorite, but a new favorite thing to do is actually mixing them in with nail polish. So I've tried mixing them in with nail polish, and then I've also tried just using them as a topper, but it's just a really cool, pretty sheen. And so I will go paint my nails and then I'll come right back and I will explain how all of the nail products works, and then I'll show you kind of a finished product. So I'll be right back. Hey guys, so I am back and I painted my nails and all of them are dry. I just like a grayish purpley tone. And so I'm just gonna take this clear top coat, and I'm only gonna do my ring finger nail just because you can do every single nail, but then it just ends up taking a lot of your shimmer pigment, and I don't want to use all my shimmer pigment for this nail polish. So I am going to take this ring finger and I'm literally just dipping it in to my Icon shimmer pigment, and I have done this before with both the Moon Gold and then my Gunmetal, and it didn't ruin my product. Now I'm not like, it's not super wet and like liquidy drip nail polish dripping in it, so I mean it's a very light coat, but then you're just gonna dip it in, and I'm gonna let that dry for a little bit, and I just kind of blow off all the excess. So that one's like really shiny and pretty. And now I'm gonna do the other nail. Like I said, it's just like a really light top coat. And then I'm just going to, and you can try to dust it on, I've done that too, but I just feel like this gets the most product on the fastest, and sometimes if you try to tap it on with a brush, the brush might ruin like the texture of the nail polish underneath. And then that's done. Oh man, now that I say that, there's like one little part that needs to be filled. Perfect. So now that those are done, I just go back in with my nail polish and do a clear top coat underneath. And I'll like take a picture and then insert it at the end of this video so you guys can see what it looks like. But it lasts a long time, it doesn't ruin the nail polish, and it doesn't like come off on this to where I'm like changing the color of my clear top coat. So it really is just a cool little DIY if you want to do your own nails and just add like a pop of a shimmer to add something a little extra. So it's really fun. And then once it dries a little bit more, I'll like clean around the edges because it does have a little shimmer pigment around the rest of my nails too. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoy this video, and please let me know if you have any questions, comments, concerns about anything that I talked about today. I will leave a link down below with the shimmer pigment code for the website, or the link for the website, so you guys can go on and look at all the different colors. She has a wide selection of different shades, and there's definitely a few on my list that I want to get in the future. And I also have a link and a coupon code for you guys as well, and I will also leave that down below. And yeah, that's it. So let me know if you have any suggestions for me on where you would put your shimmer pigment or highlight or anything like that. And I look forward to hearing from you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Thanks, guys.